Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the September 20th San Dimas Rotary meeting. Can't believe the year is just flying by. My name is Steve Scott. I'm the president of the Rotary Club. Really excited to be here. We have another packed meeting. I'd like to start by going around the wheels of the spokes and introducing everybody. Why don't we start with Glenn Johnson?
My name is Glenn Johnson, member of Satellite Rotary Club.
Thank you, Glenn. Glad to have you here. Mike Wallace, are we working? Oh, Mike has no sound. That's Mike Wallace, Better Home Financial, past president, Rotarian for about 8 years now. Rita, how are we doing today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. My full name is Margarita Karasik McGee. I'm a local attorney in San Dimas and also a Rotary member.
Fantastic. Thanks for being here today. And Raymond.
Raymond Foster, immediate past president. Yay.
And Anthony.
Anthony Porter, member of the Satellite Rotary.
Thanks for being here, Anthony. We may have a few more members rolling in here over the next couple of minutes. If they do, we'll give them a chance to introduce themselves after our guest gets a chance to speak. And in that line, let me introduce our guest. Today, we have with us John and Donna McEntire. They're here representing the Elks Club, Elks number 1427, sharing the inspiring story of the Elks' involvement in the Dictionary project. Discover how Elks are making a difference and embodying principles of charity, fellowship, and patriotism. John and Donna, happy to have you here. Please go right ahead with your presentation.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm John McEntire. I am the state chair for California U.S.A. Elks Association and out of the Duarte Elks Lodge in Duarte. We do the dictionary program from San Dimas, Laverne, all the way to Monrovia. Outlier is Bassett. And we cover each of those schools and classrooms, going in and handing the children dictionaries and explaining to them what the dictionary is and what a good reference tool it really is. So that's one of our main programs, but we do a lot of other youth programs also. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to my wife. She's got a PowerPoint she'd like to show.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing today?
Fantastic, Donna. Thanks for being here.
My name is Donna McEntire, and I'm a former educator in the Mountain View School District. I'm also a consultant that's still working, and I'm my husband's right-hand person. And that's right, he has me speak because that's what I did for a living. So bear with me as we go along, and I'd like to share my screen at this time. So let's see here. And I'm hoping that you're seeing what I'm seeing, which is a slideshow. Is everyone with me there? Whoops, let me get the right setting. How are we doing? Is that looking good?
Doing great.
All right, thank you so much. Technology is great when it works. As John said, we're here representing the Elks of the United States of America. We're one of the premier charitable and patriotic organizations that are around. We're people just like you. We're part of an organization with more than 770,000 members in nearly 1,800 lodges nationwide. And the Elks mission is to provide charitable services that help build stronger communities. And as John said, we're here representing Duarte Elks Lodge. Anthony is part of our lodge, Anthony Porter, and I appreciate his making arrangements for us to be here as well. There are 5 lodges in the San Gabriel Valley District. We have West Covina, Alhambra, San Gabriel, Pasadena, Arcadia, and then Duarte. We're a small lodge. We only have 103 members. However, our charitable work stands above all because we're a mighty lodge with a can-do attitude. And we are here to share our ongoing partnership and explain the many programs that we have focusing on our dictionary project. We have lots of different youth activities. We have scholarships. I don't know whether you know it or not, but the Elks are only second in the nation to the United States government in the number of scholarships we give out to high school seniors every year. With my husband being the drug awareness chairman for California Hawaii Elks, we spend a lot of time doing our drug awareness programs. And as you are aware, October is coming up, and that is Drug Awareness Month. And we're going to be running our poster essay and video contests. We've sent out letters looking for people who would qualify for the Enrique Camarena Award. Enrique Camarena was a law enforcement officer who died in the line of service, and we still honor him to this day. We look for nominations of law enforcement officers that are making a difference. Also in October, we have Prescription Take Back Day that's coming up the last Saturday in October. We don't want you to take the prescriptions to our lodge. We want you to take them to approved sites. So again, if you have questions about that later, we can tell you a little bit about that. In November, we have our Americanism essay contest. We also have a hoop shoot free throw program that happens in January. We have our dictionary project. We have youth recognition and more. But the reason we were invited here today was to talk about the dictionary project that we have. We're pleased to say that each year for the past 12 years, we have delivered over 3,200 dictionaries to third grade students throughout the Foothill Corridor. It's a lot of dictionaries. We begin in October and we deliver through the month of February. Right now, we're working with schools to develop delivery schedules that provides for assemblies for third grade students. We don't just take the boxes and set them at their doorstep, although we did do that during COVID because they still got their dictionaries. We actually label each dictionary, and we'll talk about that. And we also do presentations telling them why they're getting these resource tools. Now, you might say, why are you still giving out dictionaries when you have computers and technology? Well, if you ever heard me give my presentation to the kids, I tell them it's very important for the development of vocabulary. If you looked up the word fish on the computer, you might see a picture of a fish. You might see a definition of a fish. You might even see what part of speech it is. But if you open that dictionary and you look up at the word fish, you're going to see a lot of other words around it. And the Elks challenge our students to learn at least one new word every single day because they want to. And at that point, I teach them the word finicky. Most of them have heard it, but they don't know what the word means. And so I show them how easy it is to learn that word that is on the same page as the word fish. Not only do we teach them the importance of developing vocabulary, but we also are meeting the California Common Core state standards. Teachers have to teach to the standards nowadays. And our language standard 3.4 for third graders state that students will use glossaries or beginning dictionaries both in print and digitally to determine and clarify the precise meaning of words and key phrases. And so by providing the students with their very own dictionary, some of which the students will come up and tell us this is the first book that they've ever owned. That's hard to believe, but that's what they say.
A lot of people do.
And, by giving them this dictionary that they can use at school and at home, they are able to be lifelong learners. We're starting the learning process. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to escape from the PowerPoint for just a minute. And I'd like to go over to, are we together? Does it say Elks Lodge Dictionary Deliveries? Is everyone with me?
Yes.
Okay. You will notice that what we do is we put together a collection of the students actually getting their dictionaries. Look at the smiles on those faces that they're getting there. You see John there helping one of the students who's looking up words. And we not only give dictionaries to school districts, we also include private, parochial, and other schools with whom we work. Now, not only is this a dictionary that has over 30,000 words in it, I think it's 35,000 words. Yeah. It also has a resource section in the back, which the school districts are really thrilled about. It contains useful information like the longest word in the English language. Did you know that has 1,909 letters in it? It's so long, it takes up an entire page. Also has a complete copy of the Constitution of the United States, copy of the Declaration of Independence, one of the third graders' favorites, research on the planets. It has copies of periodic table. They teach them how to do sign language. Also has biographies about the presidents of the United States of America, information on all 50 states in our country, and information on all the countries of the world. It's like a mini encyclopedia. It's really exciting. You see the kids getting their dictionaries there, and you'll notice that in the back, there's a puppet there. That's Elroy. Elroy's our mascot. He goes with us, and he tells the kids to be drug-free. And as I said, we make our presentations to all sizes and groups. This is one of the largest groups we work with. This is one of the schools in San Dimas, Roynan Elementary, that we give to. You'll notice that sometimes it's in a cafeteria. Sometimes we even have to present outside, depending on what kind of room they have for us. Like I said, look at the kids, though. Their faces just tell it all. Now, not only did the children receive a dictionary, they also receive a drug awareness bookmark. The Elks reinforce the importance of making good decisions and being healthy. We don't just go out and say no to drugs anymore. The Elks believe that if we give children the right information, they will be able to make healthy choices and decisions. And on that bookmark, there is a reference to a drug awareness website called the elkskidzone.org. And our newest website, which is aimed at a little bit older students, the elksteenzone.org. Administrators and teachers enjoy learning about Elks and their youth projects. During COVID, one of our districts in Glendora Unified said, you know, it's great you're bringing the dictionaries, but we miss your presentations. And so what they did, even during COVID, they brought John and I in, and they got their video tech to record us doing the presentation to the kids. And they let us use that presentation in all of our other districts. And so they got the benefit of having a presentation right there via Zoom on what the dictionaries can do for them. There we delivered on Dr. Seuss Day. That was fun. The principal dressed up like Dr. Seuss. And of course, that day, in addition to vocabulary, I read a book called Donovan's Word Jar that talked about how important it was on collecting words. We even have school boards that have recognized us. This is a picture of being recognized at the Bonita School District School Board for our work and delivering dictionaries. Nancy Sifter, if you know her, she is absolutely wonderful. She's been working with us since we started over there in the Bonita School District. They've gone through lots of administrators, but Nancy stayed with us the whole time, and she's given us a challenge to do another 4 years, because then she's going to retire too. And John and I are saying maybe it's getting about that time, but it's our passion and we love it. One of the superintendents in my former district joined us out on the patio, and he shows his support for our program as well. He just invited us to their school district. They've had such a turnover in administration that he wanted everyone to meet us and know our programs. And so we actually did a presentation on all of our youth activities to that administrative group. Over here, you see an example of the type of label that we put into the dictionaries so that they know where the dictionaries are coming from. We also acknowledge any other sponsors we have. We've been fortunate to be sponsored by Stater Brothers Markets, the Credit Union of Southern California, and Crestview Cadillac. Again, John's just so proud. Look at that. Look at that little boy. I just love the pictures of these kids. But not only do we give them to regular education students, we also make sure that students with special needs get the dictionaries as well. So again, we love the dictionary project. This just gives you an idea of some of the things that we do. So let me go back now to the PowerPoint. And let's go from here. So of course, we came today. Let me get back. I think you're looking at something else here. Let me get back to the, okay, here we go. I'm sure you realize there was a goal in mind for this presentation. Our goal is to continue providing this resource tool to third grade students in private and parochial schools. And to accomplish this goal, we need to raise money. It's going to cost us nearly $12,000 this year to make this project a reality. And yesterday, we were contacted by yet one more district in Covina Valley, because we're one of the only Elks Lodges doing this in the San Gabriel Valley. They want another 793 dictionaries. And I'm saying, where am I going to get the funds? That's another $3,000. So, what we're hoping that you might consider a donation of monetary support or time to assist us in this worthwhile project. $90 provides one average third grade classroom with dictionaries. $400 is almost enough to cover the dictionaries for an average entire school. Now, if you go to Roynan, it takes more than that, but most schools, it's about $400 per school. And $1,000 or more will assist in providing enough dictionaries for an entire school district. We know that the Rotary clubs were some of the first to actually be a part of the dictionary project. I checked with Mrs. French, who's the head of the dictionary project. There's currently 3,770 Rotary clubs in 65 districts throughout the world supporting the dictionary project. And so if you want more information about that, you can go actually to the dictionary project and take a look at that, and see what some of your other clubs are doing. Again, what we will do for your support, we will work with the school districts. We'll order and prepare the dictionaries for distribution. Our garage turns into a warehouse during this time, as you can well imagine. My car goes out of the garage and the dictionaries take its place. We label each dictionary in two ways. Each one of those dictionaries has the child's name in it. We've been working with the districts long enough that they provide us with the names of all of their students. And they give us a little tag that we put in the dictionary. You should see their faces when we can call their name. And we give them their dictionary with their name in it. We also place the label in it. Again, this is when you can see now Arcadia Lodge has joined us. And so we've added them to this. They have funding, but again, we work like crazy. I write grants. We will also develop the dictionary delivery schedules because we have established partnerships with these districts. They look forward to us. It used to be we had to go sit down with everyone. Now we just send an email out. They said, when can you be here? And then we will deliver the dictionaries, and we'd love to have you join us. via school or classroom presentations, and we would keep you involved with when we were going to do those deliveries. Again, what do we receive in return? Well, we get lots and lots of thank yous. You can see the teachers thank us, the children thank us. Here's an example of what our teachers and students have to say about the dictionaries. Thank you so much for your amazing efforts, which resulted in, I'm sorry, let me get this down here. Which resulted in the delivery of dictionaries to all of our third grade students during a global pandemic. Our students and I were over the moon. I wish you could have seen them as they excitedly discovered the many amazing extras in their very own dictionaries. Stay safe, Mrs. Varel and Bonita School District. And then it says, hello, I'm happy for my dictionary. I do what you told me and look for a new word each night. I love the world's longest word. And then it also says down there that he looked up the longest word, the planets, and it was on page 532, I think it is. So again, thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today, John, and I appreciate it very, very much.
Absolutely.
Feel free to contact us during the year. We want to establish a partnership with other clubs. There's so much work to do out there. You know, it's amazing the things that are happening. Like I said, we don't just work with the Dictionary Project. We work with our veterans. We work with the needy. So there's so many projects and we can help each other. So I'd like to keep the lines of communication open. Also, here's our contact information. And I know that Raymond has our contact information and Anthony Porter also has our contact information. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And now I'll open up to any questions that you might have.
Thank you both very much. Before we jump into questions, clearly my short-term memory is gone. Raymond politely asked me to mention that this meeting is being live streamed on Facebook. 30 seconds later, I started the meeting and failed to mention that. My apologies. We are being live streamed on Facebook. Now on to questions, and thank you so much for putting your contact information, and it's good to know that we have a contact with Anthony. I know that either on a club or personal level, some of us are going to want to be involved in this. We have several Rotarians in this club whose spouses are educators. Yes. And we know how important things like this are. And for me personally, this isn't a question, just more a comment. There's something about retention when you actually open a book and read it versus typing it into Google. You get the definition, you get the words, and then you move on to something else. There's something more tangible that you're able to hold on to when you have a book in your hand. So I think this project is really, really admirable. Do we have any questions? Anyone?
Steve, there's a question.
Well,
there's a question
ahead,
from Maryland. Oh, there she is. Well, she can ask herself.
Hi there. How do we include a school that may not be participating?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question again?
How do we include a school to receive dictionaries that may not be participating?
Well, we do all the schools in Monrovia, Duarte, Azusa, Glendora, Laverne, San Dimas, which is Bonita School District, Bassett, and Mountain View and El Monte. If there's a school that's interested in participating, they need to contact us. And if they're within our jurisdiction, we'll see what we can do about making sure that that happens. Do you happen to know where that school's located?
It's in San Dimas, but it's a non-public school.
We have delivered to, like I said, to private and parochial schools. We just need to know that they're interested. And again, if they'll contact us and let us know how many third graders, we'll be glad to try to fulfill that request.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Do we have any other questions? Okay, well, John, you know, one of the things our Rotary Club specifically spends a lot of our time, energy, and resources on education. We We do
Yeah.
teacher grants. We're
Or
working on
maybe
a
better than you,
scholarship for
but
the
not by
first time.
much.
And
day at a
so
time.
it's nice to know that our kind of thoughts and goals are aligned. And I think that there's a way to definitely develop a partnership over the next however many months to where Rotary can be an asset to what you're trying to do. So again, thank you so much for your time. We are going to move on with our meeting. You are more than welcome to stick around, but you certainly aren't obligated to. I'm sure you have other things to do, but if you'd like to, feel free.
All right, thank you so
Thank you
very
very
much for
much.
letting us be here today.
Yes, thank you.
It's been our pleasure. Thank you. Okay, folks, we are going to move on to the fine portion of our meeting. Casey has just sent me a message that he can't do the fines, so I'll jump up and do that. And I'm going to start. I will fine myself $10. My goal of making it through the entire year without missing a meeting lasted about 2 months. So I apologize for that. Kidney stones don't care when you have Rotary meetings. So I think it's worthy of a fine. Anybody else interested in fining themselves? Okay, we got a quiet bunch today. Mike, how you doing on your audio?
Mike has just fined himself $10 for his audio not working, so.
Okay. I noticed, Marilyn, since you're here, would you mind introducing yourself and just saying hello to everybody?
Hi, you all know me. I'm Marilyn Sparks.
Thanks, Marilyn. Do we have anybody else pop in?
Diva and Marianne joined us after we began.
Well, Marianne, say hello to everybody.
That's going to involve you unmuting yourself, Marianne.
I'm doing that. I'm Marianne Kistler, and I'm a retired banker. I've been in Rotary over 30 years.
Good to have you here, Marianne. And
Thank you,
Diva, how are
Steve.
you doing today?
Doing well. Sorry, I lost track of time and I didn't realize it was already past noon. So my apologies for being late. Diva Alfaro. I've been a Rotarian, I think now for almost 5 years. And yeah, I'm glad to be here. Sorry again that I was late.
No worries. Happy that you're here. Okay. Since nobody else wants to find themselves, we will move on to the Action 360 portion of our meeting. Raymond, you want to run through some of the things we have going on?
Yeah, first thing that's coming up really quickly is going to be the kickoff party for the food drive. As our members know, 22,000 active duty military families suffer from food insecurity, and we support right now the 29 Palms Marine Corps base with, well, so far we've got 10 tons of food out there over the last couple of years. This drive will be on the 30th. The best part about this, if you'll notice that this down here, this is the kickoff party page for the LinkedIn event, and there's 52 attendees coming. So hopefully it's a big event. If you bring 5 cans of food, you get a free beer. I know that if Mike Wallace were able to talk, you could talk a little bit more about that. The drive itself is the 30th, which is 2 days later. We've already set, we got checks in from Arizona and from all over California from different organizations and individuals supporting the drive. And I'm getting the phone calls are cranking up. I just spoke to a Mormon church who's got an entire pickup truck filled with stuff that will be there on the probably Thursday or Friday for drop off. So that's our next 2 events. The other thing that we have coming up right after that is the Marine Corps dinner. This supports the Diamond Bar Women's Club Military Outreach Program. It is on November 10th, and tickets are on sale. There's only 32 tickets left. There's 100 seats, and we've already sold 68 of those, and we started sales on Thursday of last week. So if you're a Rotarian and you intend to go, you should put your hand up pretty quickly and get into it. As far as schedule, Steve, tonight at the Satellite Club meeting will be Commander Chris Irwin of the Navy SEAL Foundation. That meeting starts at 6 o'clock. We'll also live stream that event. Our next meeting in October 4th will be on cancer prevention. And so that's pretty much all the stuff we have going on. The only thing I would also prompt everybody to think about is we're going to be doing a scholarship this year. We just haven't figured out exactly how to do that.
Hey, Raymond, what size can do you have to bring?
Well, for you, Terry, the big denting, Terry, you have to donate your weight in food before you get a beer.
Oh, my goodness.
Good luck.
I
Greg.
snuck in on
I'll help you load up the truck, Terry. Okay, thank you for that, Raymond. One thing on the calendar that was up shortly, if you want to put the calendar back up, Raymond, I'm just going to try to remind folks of this every opportunity I can. December 6th is our district governor's visit. Please, please, please try to be there that day. We have a really good district governor, really involved in a lot of things. His presentation, from what I understand, is really good. I'm very much looking forward to it. And I just like our club to support Mike as much as he supports our district. So please make sure that if it's possible at all, that you can attend that meeting.
Steve, where's the meeting gonna be at again?
It's going to be via Zoom.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, he's a smart man. In my opinion, he's got 50 plus clubs, and the notion of driving to every one of them sounds just terrible to me. So we gave him the option of doing it Zoom, and he jumped on that option very quickly, which I don't blame him for at all. Okay, folks. Well, I think that is all we have for the day. Anybody have any announcements? Margarita?
So not an announcement. Raymond, I did shoot you an email regarding the dinner. If I could have 2 tickets.
Okay, I'll put you down for 2 tickets.
And
Absolutely.
then I don't know if I RSVP'd to the food drive, but I will be there. I don't know if I did it right.
Okay, don't worry about that. I will count on you being there. The food drive, the committee working on that's pretty exciting because it's mostly now it's the real active members have been the military ministry from Holy Name of Mary. They've really taken this over. They're providing the volunteer scheduling and the transportation. They've become excellent partners. So that's really cool.
So anything else? Okay, everybody. Well, that was a quick, efficient, and very quality meeting. I want to thank everybody again for attending. We will see you all in 2 weeks for our next meeting. And as Raymond just mentioned, we have the kickoff for the food drive next Wednesday. Is that right? The 27th?
It is on the 28th on Thursday, so that we
Okay.
don't mess with trivia night, I think.
Oh, okay. And we always like to finish our meeting with a discussion of the Rotary 4-way test. Something that Rotarians are supposed to talk about, but I really, really think in any walk of life, if you ask yourself these 4 questions before you do something, before you make a decision, there's no way it won't benefit you and everybody else. I will read through it very quickly. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Again, if you ask those questions and answer them properly before you make a decision, make a move, you're going to be in the right place. Thanks, everybody. Love being here. Love having fantastic guests like we did today who are doing so much great work in the community. Love that we do the same thing. And just an exciting time to be a Rotarian. We will see everybody in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.